Mike Tyson earned a staggering $400 million, enough to live like a king forever. But shockingly, he still ended up broke. How does that happen? His story is a powerful warning. Having tons of money means nothing without discipline and smart choices. Reckless spending and poor decisions can turn a fortune into a nightmare. Living wildly might seem exciting, but it can quickly lead to financial disaster. Just ask Tyson. So, get ready to dive into how a man with hundreds of millions went from the top to bankruptcy. This isn't just about money. It's a lesson we all need to hear. Mike Tyson is one of the most famous boxers of all time. At his peak, he was not just a sports legend, but also a financial powerhouse. Over his career, Tyson earned an astonishing $400 million. Adjusted for inflation, that would be around $700 million today, roughly £550 million. That's a huge amount of money for anyone, but especially for someone who started life with so little. Yet today, his current net worth is just a fraction of what he once had. How did a man who earned hundreds of millions end up losing almost all of it? The answer lies in how Tyson spent his money. Instead of saving and investing wisely, he lived an extremely extravagant lifestyle, often making questionable decisions with his fortune. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of reckless spending, a lesson all of us can learn from. Tyson's journey began in Brooklyn, New York, where he grew up in a tough environment. He found boxing as a way out and quickly rose through the ranks thanks to his natural talent and fierce determination. At just 20 years old, he became the youngest heavyweight champion ever, capturing the world's attention with his incredible power and speed. With fame came fortune. Tyson quickly earned millions, not only from prize fights, but also from endorsements and media appearances. The money poured in, and with little guidance or experience handling such wealth, Tyson started spending without limits. One of Tyson's biggest expenses was property. He didn't just buy homes, he bought mansions. Across America, he owned several multi-million-dollar estates, each larger and more extravagant than the last. The most famous of them was his 52-room mansion in Connecticut. This 50,000 square foot estate had 21 bedrooms, 25 bathrooms, an indoor pool, a nightclub, a recording studio, and even a basketball court. It was more like a hotel than a home. But homes like these don't just cost a lot to buy, they cost a fortune to maintain. Imagine the utility bills, property taxes, staff salaries, repairs, and general upkeep. That kind of expense adds up fast. Tyson wasn't making steady money forever, and once the fight purses stopped coming in, the properties became a massive financial burden. When he filed for bankruptcy, he had no choice but to sell this mansion. Rapper 50 Cent bought it for $4.4 million, far less than what Tyson had invested in it. It was a classic example of living large without thinking long term. Buying properties far beyond your means is one of the fastest ways to burn through money, and for Tyson, it played a big role in his downfall. Tyson also had a passion for cars, and not just a few. Over time, he is believed to have owned more than 100 vehicles. Altogether, he spent an estimated $4.5 million on cars. This included a £300,000 Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a £136,000 Mercedes-Benz G-Class, and a £165,000 Rolls-Royce limousine. He also had a Lamborghini Super Diablo Twin Turbo, a Ferrari F50, a Bentley Continental SC, and many more. While it's normal for wealthy people to enjoy nice cars, Tyson's collection was excessive. Cars lose value quickly, and with so many, there's also insurance, maintenance, storage, and upkeep costs. For someone who wasn't consistently earning, keeping so many luxury vehicles became another major drain on his finances. Instead of investing his money or buying a few meaningful cars, Tyson treated them like toys. In the end, this love for flashy rides only sped up his journey toward financial ruin. Now, he wasn't just buying fast cars and giant houses, he also had some of the most unusual pets in the world. He famously bought 3 Bengal tigers for around $70,000 each. But owning a tiger is nothing like owning a dog. Tyson spent an extra $200,000 per year just to feed the tigers, plus another $125,000 to hire a specialized trainer. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars every year, just on pets. It might have sounded cool or entertaining at the time, but it was a wildly irresponsible way to spend money. Exotic animals also require permits, care, and medical attention, which add even more to the cost. He also kept around 3,000 racing pigeons in a custom-built cage. He is said to have spent up to $3,000 on each bird. While pigeons may have had sentimental value for him, spending that much on birds, especially when he was already in deep financial trouble, shows how little control he had over his money. These weren't wise investments or lasting purchases. They were temporary thrills that left lasting financial damage. Moreover, he loved to show off his wealth. Reports suggest he spent around $100,000 per month on clothing and jewelry. He was often seen wearing expensive watches, diamond chains, and custom outfits that cost a fortune. One of his most shocking shopping sprees happened in London in 2000, where he spent $688,000 in one go, all on a diamond watch, a bracelet, and 2 pocket watches. He wasn't building wealth, he was buying image. Jewelry and designer clothes may look impressive, but they don't hold their value, and they definitely don't help when bills start piling up. Tyson's constant need to impress others by wearing expensive items only added to his financial problems. In the end, the money spent on clothes and jewelry could have been saved, invested, or used to buy assets that actually grow in value. Instead, it disappeared as quickly as it was spent. In addition to all this, Tyson was known for throwing over-the-top parties. The biggest example was his 30th birthday bash at his Connecticut mansion, which cost around $410,000. He brought in 13 chefs, each with their own kitchen. The guest list included celebrities like Jay-Z, Donald Trump, and Oprah Winfrey. He even admitted to reserving 19 bedrooms in the house for different women he wanted to sleep with that night. While the rest of the guests stayed at nearby hotels, there were cigar rollers at the entrance, bodyguards standing outside, and a red carpet rolled out for all to walk on. While it may have been a night to remember, it was also a giant waste of money. Spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on one night, while already racking up debts, shows just how disconnected Tyson had become from financial reality. These parties didn't help him build a better future, they only drained his bank account faster. And the worst part was that he gave out expensive gifts without much thought. One of the most famous was a 24-karat gold bathtub that he bought for his then-wife Robin Givens in 1988. The gift cost him $2.2 million. But the marriage only lasted a year, and when they separated, Tyson had to sell the tub, taking a $1 million loss in the process. Their divorce itself reportedly cost him around £8 million. While giving gifts is a kind gesture, doing so on this scale, without any financial planning, is just another example of poor decision-making. Rather than protecting his future, Tyson kept spending as if the money would never run out. One of the most surprising facts about Tyson's spending is that he reportedly set aside $240,000 per month just for walking around money. This was cash he used for random purchases, giving money to friends, or treating people to spontaneous gifts. That's nearly $3 million a year, just for day-to-day fun. It might sound fun to have that kind of flexibility, but it's also completely unsustainable, especially when the income dries up. Tyson's habit of spending without a budget played a massive role in why he ended up broke. Tyson once shared a bizarre story of taking Robin Givens on a private zoo date after hours. He bribed a worker to let them in, and then offered the zookeeper $10,000 to open a gorilla cage so he could fight the alpha male. The zookeeper wisely refused. While this story might seem funny or outrageous, it shows how reckless Tyson had become with money. Offering $10,000 for a dangerous stunt just for fun is another clear sign that he had lost touch with reality. Every luxury Tyson owned, every car, house, pet, gift, party, or outfit was another piece of a puzzle that ended with him filing for bankruptcy in 2003. He owed $23 million, including $13 million to the IRS. His poor financial habits, lack of planning, and constant need to spend led to his financial collapse. Each extravagant purchase wasn't just a waste, it was a step closer to losing everything. Tyson's story is a powerful reminder that even the richest among us can end up broke without financial discipline. So, after hearing it all, which of Mike Tyson's outrageous purchases do you think was the most damaging? The gold bathtub, the Bengal tigers, or one of those wild $1 million parties? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more stories like this. Thanks for watching, and remember, no matter how much you earn, it's how wisely you spend that truly counts.